Hi there, did you know that Opeth has a brand new album coming out on September the 30th? Yeah, you probably did, because you probably heard the title track off of that disc entitled Sorceress, and it probably caused that whole debate to come back up again. When are they going to use death metal vocals again? I used to really like that. Well, we have a second single. Opeth has given us Will o' the Wisp, which is the second single off of the Sorceress album, which is due out September the 30th, and there are two ways that you can find this song. There's two ways that you can consume this one. The first of which is the one that I hope that you'll use because it's really super cool. You go over to opeth.com, you take a look at that sweet intro graphic that many people have suggested is going to be the album cover for Sorceress. If so, that's great. Like it a lot. And you scan around a little bit and you try to find the Opeth O, and whenever you click on the Opeth O, then you can find Will o' the Wisp, which is the name of the single. And then there's the other way you can do this, which is just look in the description box for the YouTube link and be a lazy prick. I see so many of you doing this, you disgust me. But let's talk about the song, I Can Judge You Later. So, Will o' the Wisp, we've had tracks in the past that similar to Harvest or Burden, either that, or we've had full acoustic albums such as Damnation that certainly have showcased Opeth's ability to really dial things back. It shows their ability to write great songs whenever not using the death metal style all the time. They're able to evoke emotion in many ways, and Will o' the Wisp really follows within that same sort of context and idea. And this is really the song that, to me, sounds like the closest version of Opeth going folk. And by folk, I don't necessarily mean folk metal. I am actually consumed more so within the ideas of the 1960s and 1970s folk movements that took place here in America and other places within the globe. So, or on the globe. I guess not within the globe. There's not any molten rock people making folk music that I know of. Either way, it's very nice to hear sort of this soft guitar once again. Something that is sort of it's an old friend with us whenever it comes to Opeth. However, this is a track that also, the only thing that sounds confident within it is Mike's vocals. And by that, I mean, he's obviously lived through the lyrics that he is speaking. You know, these are feelings, either that or reflections that have certainly been very real to him. But the music that's behind it, and what actually causes the music to sound so very beautiful, is in the fact that it's got a very sorrowful, sort of mournful melancholy draped within it as each of the chords and each of the individual notes are being plucked. So you have to give a lot of credit for this band really creating a song that has sort of that sort of unease attached to it, even though it sounds so absolutely beautiful. And I dig some of the little things that this song does. For example, the very last line of the chorus is a whisper within a sigh, and then after the second usage of that chorus, you hear something that sounds very much like that sigh being sort of exhaled, and it actually can cause the hair on your arms to stand up a little bit. It's one of those very nice moments that Opeth did use a little bit of trickery, I guess, or they probably just echoed the noise a little bit in studio in order to create the sound. But either way, it was a nice touch. It was something that gave it a little bit more. And then there's the solo that you hear near the end of the song. It's nothing like what you hear at the end of Burden, you know. We're not saying that Will o' the Wisp is the new Burden or anything like this. It's the first Will o' the Wisp. It's the first real track where I feel that Opeth has shown their ability to go folk and just craft some real beauty, craft some really great material. You know, I love the fact that this is not one where the whole entire band needs to jump in right away. They allow that real narrative to build up. They allowed their musical narrative to also slowly build. This is not one that rushes, and I enjoy that because they're very, very good. Opeth is, whenever they allow their songs to really build, and they allow their songs to really build atmosphere. That was the one thing that a lot of people really dug about some of the elder eras of this band. It's one of the things that many people enjoy about an album such as Morning Rise, which was able to do that within that death metal exterior. And it's something that as these progressive albums, these more prog rock albums have come out, they have definitely done so in a different way. And it's still present, and it's still very well constructed, and I think Will o' the Wisp follows in that distinction very, very nicely. I want to know what you guys think about this song, though, because I'm sure it's going to construe a lot of different opinions, considering, once again, no death metal vocals. In fact, this one is markedly a lot softer than what we heard with Sorceress. I'm waiting to see what the really, those people on the other side have to say. Let me know in the comments below. My name is coverkillernation. Remember, Sorceress comes out September the 30th, and we're reviewing that sucker unless I go to the show that happens one day before the release of the album, and get so deaf or die of happiness that I can't make the review. So I'll talk to you guys next time. Take care.